shocking celebrities who went too far with buccal fat removal, then and now, 2025. What if the faces you thought you knew were no longer real? Hollywood's most beautiful stars are changing before our eyes, sharper cheekbones, hollowed faces, and a haunting new look that fans can't stop talking about. From red carpets to viral TikToks, buccal fat removal has become the latest beauty obsession, and it's leaving even the most perfect celebrities almost unrecognizable. How far would you go for perfection? Stay tuned, because today on Legends of Black Excellence, we're revealing the shocking truth behind the stars who took it too far and the hidden cost of chasing the flawless face. Cynthia Erivo. In the last few years, buccal fat removal, a cosmetic procedure that removes fat pads from the cheeks to sculpt a slimmer face, has taken Hollywood by storm. Once an insider secret among A-listers, it's now one of the most talked-about transformations on social media. The appeal seems simple: a sharper jawline, model-like cheekbones, and that flawless Instagram face. Yet behind the glamour lies a more troubling truth. What begins as refinement can quickly slip into excess, leaving even the most beautiful faces looking hollow-aged or almost unrecognizable. The trend that promised perfection has instead sparked concern as fans question whether their favorite stars have gone too far. Among those now under the microscope is Cynthia Erivo. Once admired for her radiant, expressive features and balanced beauty, she's recently appeared with a noticeably more sculpted and angular face. Some observers point to lighting and makeup. Others suspect she might have followed the buccal fat trend sweeping through Hollywood. The difference is subtle yet undeniable. A face once known for warmth now carries sharper definition, sparking endless online comparisons. What do you think, natural evolution or a step too far? While Cynthia herself has never confirmed any procedure, her transformation perfectly captures the pressure every celebrity faces in an era obsessed with aesthetic precision. The danger of buccal fat removal lies not in its technique, but in its permanence. Once removed, those cheek pads never return. As the face naturally loses volume with age, what once seemed youthful can quickly look tired or hollow. Surgeons have warned that even minor overcorrections may cause premature aging, forcing many to rely on fillers later just to restore lost softness. It's a vicious cycle. Remove the fat to look refined, then inject filler to look youthful again. Some stars have privately admitted regret. Others remain silent as audiences debate their changing appearances. By 2025, Hollywood's mirror reflects more than flawless faces. It reveals the cost of chasing perfection. Fans no longer just admire beauty. They analyze it pixel by pixel, searching for signs of surgery or loss of authenticity. Cynthia Erivo's rumored transformation has reignited an uncomfortable question in the pursuit of ideal beauty. When does enhancement become erasure? Perhaps the true shock isn't in the surgeries themselves, but in how far the industry and all of us watching are willing to go to redefine what beautiful even means. Jenna Ortega. In 2025, Hollywood's obsession with sculpted faces and camera-ready perfection has reached its most shocking stage yet, and nowhere is that clearer than in the conversation surrounding Jenna Ortega. Once adored for her soft, expressive features and natural charm, Jenna has recently become the center of speculation after fans noticed her cheeks appearing noticeably slimmer and her jawline more defined. What was once a symbol of youthful beauty has transformed into a sharper, almost ethereal look that has divided the internet. Some call it growth and maturity. Others whisper of the infamous buccal fat removal procedure that's taken over Hollywood's beauty scene. For those unfamiliar, buccal fat removal involves extracting small fat pads from the cheeks to create a hollowed, contoured appearance. It's quick, permanent, and increasingly common among stars, chasing the illusion of high-fashion refinement. But as simple as it sounds, the results can be unpredictable. Many experts warn that while the procedure may create instant definition, it often leads to premature aging as the face naturally loses volume over time. Jenna's transformation has prompted endless before and after comparisons across social media, with fans torn between admiration and concern. What about you? Do you see natural change, or do you think she went too far? The truth is, Jenna has never confirmed any cosmetic work, and her changing look could easily be the result of weight fluctuation, lighting, or makeup trends. Still, her case highlights a bigger story, one that stretches far beyond a single face. In a world dominated by filters, AI editing, and impossible beauty standards, even the youngest stars are under pressure to maintain an ideal that keeps evolving. For rising talents like Jenna, that pressure comes with every red carpet, every close-up, every scroll through social media. The question isn't just whether she had surgery, it's whether Hollywood leaves her or anyone much of a choice. By 2025, the perfect face has become less about natural beauty and more about engineered precision. Jenna Ortega's transformation, whether surgical or not, symbolizes the growing tension between authenticity and artifice. Her journey mirrors a generation caught between empowerment and expectation, where self-expression too often bends to the will of viral trends. The shock isn't that celebrities change, it's how easily those changes redefine what beauty means for everyone watching. In chasing perfection, Hollywood may have sculpted away something far more valuable: the individuality that once made its stars shine. Dove Cameron. Over the past few years, few Hollywood transformations have sparked as much debate as that of Dove Cameron. Once the cherubic Disney sweetheart with her signature round cheeks and radiant warmth, Dove's face today tells a very different story. Sharper angles, sculpted lines, and a mysterious elegance that fans can't stop dissecting. Once admired for her naturally youthful glow, her new appearance has fueled speculation that she may have joined the growing list of celebrities experimenting with buccal fat removal. This cosmetic procedure, which removes the natural fat pads in the cheeks to create a slimmer, model-like contour, has become a phenomenon sweeping through Hollywood in the pursuit of the perfect face. What makes Dove's case so fascinating is the speed and intensity of her transformation. Between 2021 and 2023, her look seemed to change almost overnight, from soft and approachable to strikingly angular and fashion-forward. The shift was so sudden that even longtime fans were left stunned, debating whether it was a matter of personal growth, expert contouring, or surgical enhancement. What do you think is this evolution of style, or has the quest for beauty gone too far? Dove herself has never confirmed undergoing any cosmetic procedure, but surgeons and beauty analysts alike have pointed to the distinct hollowing beneath her cheekbones and the sharper definition around her jawline as potential signs of buccal fat removal. While some praise her new aesthetic as bold and avant-garde, others mourn the loss of the natural softness that once made her so relatable. This debate reflects a deeper cultural tension between individuality and conformity, authenticity and perfection. Dove's new look seems perfectly tuned to the darker, edgier tone of her music and fashion choices, yet it also highlights how celebrity identity often evolves under the microscope of fame. For a generation raised on filtered selfies and retouched videos, Dove Cameron's transformation becomes both inspiration and warning. The desire to refine one's face can easily blur the line between empowerment and obsession. By 2025, Hollywood's beauty ideals have never been more extreme. Buccal fat removal has become the silent signature of the modern star face, sleek sculpted and camera-ready from every angle. But as Dove's journey shows, perfection often comes with a price: the loss of softness, youthfulness, and sometimes the very essence that made a star shine. Her story reminds us that behind every polished image lies the pressure of constant scrutiny, and that true beauty, the kind that endures, may not be carved by a scalpel but preserved by confidence and authenticity. Anya Taylor-Joy. Among the many faces transformed under Hollywood's relentless spotlight, few have captivated public attention quite like Anya Taylor-Joy. Known for her ethereal beauty and piercing gaze since The Queen's Gambit, Anya once embodied a rare blend of delicacy and strength, an almost timeless elegance untouched by the trends of her peers. But in recent years, her striking appearance has grown even sharper, her cheeks more hollowed and her bone structure more pronounced, sparking ongoing speculation that she may have undergone buccal fat removal. The whispers aren't about judgment, but curiosity. How far has Hollywood's obsession with refinement pushed even its most naturally distinctive stars? The buccal fat removal trend. Now one of the most requested facial contouring procedures in the U.S., promises a sculpted, high-fashion look, the kind that photographs flawlessly under studio lights, but can age unpredictably over time. In Anya's case, experts have noted the increasing definition in her mid-face and the pronounced shadows that emphasize her cheekbones. Some attribute this to makeup lighting or natural maturation. Others suspect surgical assistance. Do you believe her transformation is evolution or alteration? Whatever the cause, her changing face mirrors a broader Hollywood narrative, the blurring of beauty ideals and surgical precision, where even the subtlest differences become global talking points. Still, Anya's metamorphosis is far from superficial. As her career skyrockets from critically acclaimed films to fashion campaigns with Dior and Viktor and Rolf, her image has evolved alongside her artistry. Her current look, almost sculptural in its precision, complements the dark glamour of her roles and red carpet persona. It's a reminder that fame often demands reinvention, and that in an era where every angle is magnified, online control over one's appearance can feel as vital as control over one's craft. Yet the same transformation that empowers a performer can also expose her to scrutiny, feeding a cycle where authenticity and aesthetic perfection constantly collide. By 2025, Anya Taylor-Joy stands as both muse and mirror, a reflection of Hollywood's double-edged relationship with beauty. Her evolution provokes a lingering question that haunts the industry. If even naturally striking faces feel pressure to perfect themselves, what does that say about the standards shaping us all? The shock isn't only in how different she may look, but in how society has redefined beautiful to mean flawless, filtered, and faintly unreal. Anya's story reminds us that while art can be transformed by ambition, true allure still lies in what remains authentically human. Lea Michele. Once celebrated for her expressive youthful glow on Glee, Lea Michele has become the latest name in Hollywood's ever-growing conversation around buccal fat removal. Known for her bright smile and naturally full cheeks that gave her a relatable charm, Lea's face has gradually taken on a more angular, sculpted appearance in recent years. Side-by-side comparisons from her Broadway comeback and red carpet photos show a slimmer mid-face, leading many to question whether she joined the trend sweeping through celebrity circles. The change isn't drastic, but it's enough to stir curiosity, and in an industry where every feature is analyzed, subtlety is rarely spared from speculation. Buccal fat removal. A surgical technique that permanently extracts the natural fat pads inside the cheeks promises definition and symmetry, but it also comes with lasting consequences. Surgeons warn that as the face ages and naturally loses volume, the effects of this procedure can become more severe, leaving even youthful stars looking prematurely hollow. In Lea's case, fans have expressed mixed reactions. Some admire her refined, mature new look, while others miss the warmth and softness that once made her so approachable. What do you think, evolution of confidence or a beauty gamble that went too far? The divide highlights just how conflicted audiences have become about cosmetic transformation in the era of hypervisibility. For Lea, the speculation arrives at a turning point in her life and career. After the intense spotlight of Glee and a successful run in Funny Girl on Broadway, she has shifted toward a more grounded lifestyle, focused on family and selective projects. Her evolving appearance mirrors that transition, less of a reinvention perhaps, and more of a reflection of changing priorities. Yet the conversation around her look reveals something deeper, the impossible standard placed on women in entertainment to remain youthful, flawless, and camera-ready no matter their age or achievements. Even as she steps back from the limelight, the scrutiny never truly fades. By 2025, Lea Michele's transformation stands as a quiet but powerful symbol of Hollywood's delicate balance between artistry and appearance. Whether or not she ever touched her Buccal fat pads, her story underscores a universal truth that fame magnifies not just beauty, but insecurity. The shock isn't that faces change. It's that the world insists on judging every contour of that change. Lea's journey reminds us that while trends may sculpt the surface, authenticity will always define what endures. Sophie Turner. When fans first noticed Sophie Turner's noticeably slimmer and more contoured face, whispers of Buccal fat removal quickly spread across social media. The actress, who grew up before audiences as Sansa Stark on Game of Thrones, had always been admired for her natural beauty, soft, youthful, and full of character. But when her facial structure appeared sharper in recent years, many assumed she had joined the growing list of stars embracing Hollywood's obsession with hollow cheeks and sculpted jawlines. The speculation was fierce, with tabloids labeling her transformation shocking and fans debating whether she had succumbed to the dangerous allure of the Buccal fat craze. Then came Sophie's revelation, and it stopped everyone in their tracks. In an emotional interview, she explained that her changing appearance had nothing to do with surgery. The difference, she revealed, was due to her recovery from bulimia, an eating disorder that had secretly plagued her for years. As her health improved, her facial swelling subsided, revealing her natural bone structure once more. Suddenly, what many had mistaken for a cosmetic procedure was actually the reflection of healing and resilience. What does this say about how quick we are to judge appearances? Sophie's honesty turned a moment of gossip into a powerful conversation about mental health, body image, and the cruelty of constant public scrutiny. Her story highlights a painful truth in Hollywood. Even wellness can be mistaken for vanity. The culture of perfection at all costs has made it nearly impossible for women, even those as grounded as Sophie Turner, to escape aesthetic judgment. The Buccal fat removal trend itself represents that pressure in its most literal form, carving away parts of one's natural face to meet a fleeting ideal. Sophie's experience serves as a reminder that sometimes the real transformation isn't about looks at all, but about reclaiming one's strength after struggle. Her courage in speaking openly about her past helped destigmatize issues of eating disorders and encouraged countless fans to embrace self-acceptance over self-criticism. By 2025, Sophie stands as one of Hollywood's most authentic and empowering voices. No longer just the face of a fantasy queen, she's become a symbol of honesty in an industry built on illusion. Her return to acting, her focus on motherhood, and her advocacy for mental health all reflect a new chapter, one that values authenticity over image. In a world obsessed with sculpting perfection, Sophie Turner's story reminds us that the most beautiful transformation is the one that happens within. Bella Hadid. For nearly a decade, Bella Hadid has been at the center of one of Hollywood's most heated beauty debates. Once known for her soft, youthful features and approachable charm, Bella's face has gradually transformed into one of the most sculpted and angular in fashion. The change, captured in countless side-by-side photos across the internet, has led many to believe she may have undergone Buccal fat removal, the controversial cosmetic procedure that removes the natural fat pads inside the cheeks to create a hollowed, high-fashion contour. Once seen as the pinnacle of modern beauty, Bella's sharp look has become both an aesthetic benchmark and a cautionary tale, sparking the question: has the pursuit of perfection gone too far? Bella herself has long denied ever having cosmetic surgery. In multiple interviews, she's insisted her transformation is the result of natural maturation, weight loss, and skillful makeup. Yet beauty experts and surgeons continue to point out distinct changes in her mid-face: slimmer cheeks, higher cheekbone definition, and a razor-sharp jawline that aligns closely with the signature post-Buccal fat look. Do you believe her evolution is natural or a byproduct of the industry's relentless pressure to perfect every angle? Regardless of the truth, Bella's image has come to symbolize the impossible beauty standard set by social media, one that idolizes precision over individuality, symmetry over softness. Behind the glamour, her story carries a deeper weight. Bella has openly shared her struggles with body image and chronic Lyme disease, revealing the toll fame and public judgment have taken on her mental and physical health. In recent years, she has stepped back from modeling to focus on recovery, prioritizing self-care over the spotlight. This shift marks a quiet rebellion against the perfectionist ideals that helped build her career, a reminder that even those who embody society's most coveted beauty can feel trapped by it. Her absence from major runways in 2024 and 2025 speaks volumes. Healing, not hustling, has become her new form of strength. By 2025, Bella Hadid remains both an icon and an enigma, a woman whose face tells the story of an era obsessed with transformation. Whether her look came from natural refinement or surgical precision, her evolution mirrors the paradox of modern beauty. The closer we come to perfection, the further we drift from authenticity. In the glow of cameras and the shadow of public expectation, Bella's journey reminds us that true beauty isn't defined by angles but by peace, the kind that can't be sculpted or bought. Margot Robbie. When it comes to timeless beauty, few names shine as brightly as Margot Robbie, but even she hasn't escaped Hollywood's latest obsession, buccal fat removal. The Australian actress, once adored for her soft, balanced features and luminous glow in The Wolf of Wall Street and Suicide Squad, now faces growing speculation about whether she too has undergone the controversial procedure. Fans have noticed subtle yet undeniable changes, a slimmer midface, more pronounced cheekbones, and a sharper jawline that suggest she may have traded her natural fullness for high-fashion definition. The difference is most visible in recent red carpet appearances, where her once plush cheeks now appear slightly hollow, leading many to wonder if Margot has followed the same beauty trend that's reshaping Hollywood's most recognizable faces. Buccal fat removal. A surgical procedure designed to remove the fat pads between the cheek and jaw promises a sculpted, contoured look, but at a price. As the face naturally loses volume with age, removing these pads too early can result in premature hollowing, something even the most beautiful stars can't escape. For Margot, who entered her 30s at the height of her career, the change seems to have arrived just as the long-term effects of such enhancements become more visible. What do you think? Is it natural evolution or a beauty experiment taken too far? Plastic surgeons warn that while the Instagram face aesthetic can look stunning under perfect lighting, it often backfires over time, aging even the most youthful skin. Despite the speculation, Margot Robbie remains one of the most successful and respected figures in entertainment. Her 2023 triumph with Barbie cemented her as both a box office powerhouse and a producer capable of redefining her image on her own terms. Yet her evolving appearance speaks to a broader truth. Even women celebrated for their natural beauty face constant pressure to conform to new, fleeting ideals. In a world where filters have blurred the line between real and artificial, it's no surprise that the temptation to refine one's face has become so pervasive, even for stars who seem to embody effortless perfection. By 2025, Margot's transformation has become less about vanity and more about the cultural obsession driving it. The buccal fat removal craze has proven that no one, not even the most radiant faces in Hollywood, is immune to the weight of aesthetic expectations. Her story is a mirror held up to an industry that rewards precision over personality, symmetry over softness. And as fans continue to debate whether she ever went under the knife, Margot Robbie stands as a reminder that beauty once altered to fit the moment may never look quite the same again. Chrissy Teigen. When Chrissy Teigen first revealed in 2021 that she had undergone buccal fat removal, the confession sent shockwaves through Hollywood. At a time when most stars kept cosmetic procedures a secret, Chrissy broke the silence with characteristic candor, telling fans that she'd had the fat pads in her cheeks surgically removed to create a more sculpted look. Initially, she was thrilled with the result. Her face appeared sleeker, her jawline more defined, and her cheekbones camera-ready for the red carpet. Her openness even made the surgery trend overnight on social media, inspiring countless others to chase that same contoured ideal. But as the years passed, the shine of that decision began to fade, revealing the hidden cost of a beauty craze that promised perfection, but often led to regret. Buccal fat removal, once reserved for models and film stars, quickly became one of the most discussed and misunderstood cosmetic procedures of the decade. It involves permanently removing a small pad of fat in the cheeks to achieve a hollowed look, the kind of angular beauty that thrives in photos but doesn't always age gracefully. In Chrissy's case, what began as a flattering tweak eventually transformed her appearance more drastically than intended. Her once youthful fullness gave way to sharper contours, which over time appeared thinner and more severe. What do you think was her honesty empowering, or did it unintentionally glamorize a risky trend? Plastic surgeons later cautioned that while fillers can temporarily restore lost volume, the removal itself can't be reversed. The natural fat is gone for good. By 2024, Chrissy's look evolved again thanks to subtle restoration treatments and a renewed focus on health and balance. She hasn't publicly expressed regret, but insiders have noted that she now invests heavily in maintenance procedures to offset the long-term effects of the surgery. Beyond aesthetics, her journey reflects something deeper: the cycle of insecurity and image management that fame often fuels. In a culture where every photo can be magnified and dissected, the pressure to look perfect can drive even the most confident personalities to alter what made them unique. Chrissy's case became both a mirror and a warning proof that beauty trends can turn on their creators just as quickly as they rise. Now, in 2025, Chrissy Teigen stands as both a cautionary tale and a voice of authenticity. She continues to thrive as a mother entrepreneur and mental health advocate, using her platform to normalize transparency about self-image. Yet her experience remains one of the most striking examples of Hollywood's obsession with facial perfection gone too far. In chasing the sculpted ideal, even the boldest women risk carving away more than just buccal fat. They risk losing the softness, warmth, and individuality that once made them unforgettable. Megan Fox. Few Hollywood transformations have captivated and divided audiences quite like that of Megan Fox. Once hailed as one of the most naturally beautiful women in the world, Megan's soft features and balanced bone structure in her Transformers era made her an icon of effortless allure. But as time passed, fans began to notice a striking change. Her cheeks appeared more hollow, her face sharper and more sculpted than ever before. Rumors of buccal fat removal spread rapidly, with experts pointing to the pronounced definition around her jawline and the thinning of her midface as telltale signs. The shock wasn't simply that Megan looked different. It was how quickly the transformation altered the timeless beauty that had defined her career. Buccal fat removal, often marketed as a shortcut to model-like refinement, permanently removes the fat pads in the lower cheeks. While it can create a striking silhouette under the spotlight, it also strips away the youthful fullness that gives the face natural vitality. In Megan's case, her enhanced angles and deeply contoured look may have aligned with Hollywood's current aesthetic, but at the cost of the softness that once made her so magnetic. What do you think? A bold evolution or a beauty trend taken too far? Plastic surgeons have warned that the very features Megan perfected under studio lighting can, in natural settings, appear harsh or prematurely aged. The irony, they note, is that many who undergo this surgery eventually turn to fillers to regain the volume they once removed. Still, Megan Fox's story is more complex than surface appearances. Over the years, she has faced unrelenting scrutiny, from being objectified early in her career to being dissected under the harsh gaze of internet commentary. Her changing appearance, whether enhanced or simply matured, reflects the impossible expectations placed on women in the spotlight to stay youthful yet sophisticated, sensual yet natural. By her own account, Megan has explored self-expression through transformation, embracing new aesthetics as extensions of her identity rather than signs of insecurity. Yet the reaction to her evolving look underscores how unforgiving the beauty conversation has become in the age of filters and perfectionism. In 2025, Megan Fox stands as both muse and cautionary tale, a symbol of how the chase for flawlessness can blur the line between empowerment and erasure. Whether her hollowed cheeks were born of surgery styling or simple evolution. The impact is undeniable. Her transformation embodies the tension between artifice and authenticity in modern celebrity culture. The shock isn't just how much she's changed, but how much pressure the industry exerts to keep changing. In a world obsessed with sculpted perfection, Megan's journey reminds us that even the most beautiful faces can lose their essence when they're forced to chase an ever-shifting ideal. In the end, Hollywood's obsession with perfection has turned buccal fat removal into more than a trend. It's a mirror, reflecting our collective insecurity. From Jenna Ortega to Megan Fox, each transformation reminds us how fragile the line between confidence and conformity has become. Beauty, once a gift of individuality, now risks being carved into sameness. As viewers, maybe it's time to ask ourselves what we truly value: the face that fits an ideal or the one that tells a story. This is Legends of Black Excellence, where we don't judge beauty, we question what it means to be real.